advanced yet another step towards the state championship here as we're in the Expo Center at Taft Coliseum, where we have a matchup between the big Walnut Golden Eagles and the Bishop Watterson Eagles. A little bit of confusion there. BWHS for both teams, and both of them are the Eagles, but we'll have a good one for you on a delayed stream. We've got the pregame show coming up next.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
After high school, kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU Online Student Portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me, as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Sports. I've got Joshua Anderson in the booth. How are you doing?
Feeling pretty good, Bryce. It's a nice little Friday, and we got some good basketball in the hardwood today, and I'm just excited to be talking with you and watching some good hoops.
Absolutely so, and a beautiful atmosphere here, of course, on a delayed stream, but we're glad that you decided to come somewhere where everybody knows your name, and certainly here at the OH Report, we're certainly glad that you came. Jumping right into our team spotlight for Bishop Watterson, and this year they are the 8th seed in the tournament, but in the Division 2, they're cracking on the top 30, right at number 34 and number 61 in Columbus. Taking a look at their last 3, I mean, that last victory against Northland, that's a huge momentum victory there. You see their record not necessarily reflective of what their skill level is, and I think they certainly proved that on the 24th.
Yeah, Bryce, you know, it's one of those things, especially you get in the playoffs, you know, like we said before, you don't have to beat a team 7 times, 5 times, 4, you just need to beat them 1. And seems like they figured it out early at that right moment here in the playoffs, and hopefully they can keep some momentum going forward and maybe find an answer tonight for them.
Taking a look at our player spotlight and spotlighting the point guard Samantha Alabuni, the senior floor general, and only 4 seniors on this squad. It is a younger team and able to provide such critical leadership for them this season.
Definitely, Bryce. You know, like you said, it's a young squad, so they're going to be getting a lot of good experience out tonight. You know, it could be some mistakes, it could be some really jolts and just inexperiences, and sometimes that's a benefit to you. Sometimes they're young, they're hungry, and this is kind of the first time they're here. Nobody expected them here, and I think they're looking for something to prove, Bryce. And you know, there's nothing worse than having a chip on your shoulder and nothing to lose, because you can throw the whole kitchen sink at the other team, and they might not be prepared.
Taking a look at our keys to victory for Bishop Watterson tonight, and they're going to need to keep Mobley out of the paint first and foremost, but also stepping up to the occasion. They understand the magnitude of the task ahead of them and trying to rise to that occasion, knowing that you're going to get beat around a little bit. You've got really tough players against you. They're going to go on runs, but hanging in there and giving yourself an opportunity to advance to the next round.
Definitely, Bryce. You said it perfectly. Weathering the storm, right? You know, it's going to be a fight. You're going to get hit in the mouth. Like, are you able to pick yourself back up? You know, maybe throw a hit back. And if you stand at the end of the round, and, you know, who knows? You might have a shot for a haymaker and might catch, you know, big Walnut off guard, right? But they're going to have to, like you said, keep sitting out the paint. Many have tried. Not many have succeeded. So it's going to be interesting. What's the game plan going to be? They're fired up. They believe in themselves. You know, they're at a great atmosphere. It's Friday. A lot can happen.
Taking a look at our player spotlight for Big Walnut tonight. And they are probably the favorites going into this one. And get a look at why. Have not lost in 2026. Their last 3 games, winning 95-20, 75-36, and 70-10, outscoring their opponents 15-03 to 8-22, almost twofold, 20-4 on the season. Those only 4 losses have come against top-tier opponents.
Definitely, Bryce. This team is amazing. No doubt, you know, they have great players. It's a well-balanced squad. And, you know, like we talked to them last time they played earlier this week. They have a plan. This is what they want to do, you know, and the team that's in front of them is Bishop Watterson. How are you going to execute that? How are you going to stay focused? It's time to lock in, buckle up, and enjoy the ride, right? But it starts here. You don't want to look ahead. You don't want to look behind. You just want to worry about going 1-0 right here, right now.
Taking a look at our player spotlight, we try to get as many folks as possible, but when you win District 11 Player of the Year, you kind of earn the spotlight for the night. Sydney Mobley, a regular season stats of 19.89 rebounds per game and almost 2 steals per game. She was the Conference Player of the Year her freshman and sophomore years, now her junior as well. I mean, an incredible player, and you get to see why she's the #1 ranked player in Ohio.
You know, Bryce, I really liked the game I saw earlier this week. It really illustrated how good of a basketball player she is. You know, she got a slow start, but she was able to navigate, get involved in different aspects of the game, get her teammates involved to instill their confidence, and she exploded in the second half. There's not enough words in the English dictionary to give her kudos, but she's doing great, and she don't have to be great tonight to get the win.
Rounding out the national anthem here at the Taft Coliseum and getting ready for the opening lineups.
Bryce, you know, I was looking forward to this game all day. There's nothing like good hardwood basketball, playoff basketball. I know we're right on the doorstep of March Madness, but like I said, a frantic February can also bring a little bit of magic too.
In this arena here, I was first here last season covering the girls, and you know, everybody talks about how majestic of a place this is, and going in I think it's a basketball court, but you really do feel the history of this building.
You see the ghosts of so many great games, you know, so much emotion. Something that's just amazing to see, be a part of, and it's great for these ladies to get out here tonight and be a part of the building block of, you know, Ohio State high school basketball. And it's going to be a great game. It's going to be great competition, and I'm excited nonetheless to hang out with my buddy and to watch some good hoops.
So we will tune you into the game action audio now.
The visiting team on the scoreboard for Bishop Watterson, the non-starters. Number 2, Annie Foyt. Number 3, Gigi Cotter. Number 12, Christina Alabani. Number 14, Ashlyn Preeb. Number 20, Josie Timko. Number 21, Erin Muri. Number 22, Gianna Morrow. Number 23, Maddie Stanton. Number 25, Grayson Sparks. And number 42, Kiki Byer. And Charlie McMahon. And now for the starters for Bishop Watterson. Number 4, Brianna Conway. Number 5, Samantha Alaboni. Number 10, Stella Morrow. Number 34, Giovanna Schwartz. And number 44, Laura Adams. Bishop Watterson is coached by Sam Davis. The home team on the scoreboard tonight will be Big Walnut. They're non-starters. Number 3, Kate Haley. Number 4, Josie Siroka. Number 11, Brooke Sepmeyer. Number 15, Josie Molman. And number 23, Shelby Damron. The starters for Big Walnut. Number 2, Lexi Federer. Number 12, Remy Largent. Number 14, Sydney Mobley. Number 21, Alexa Morris. And number 24, Riley Thrapp. Big Walnut is coached by Carrie Largent. Good luck to both teams.
Those are your starting lineups as we're ready to meet at center court for the opening tip-off.
Wow, Bryce, you feel that? You feel that right there? My blood's pumping. You smell the basketball in the air.
Surprised the gush of the blood going through your veins doesn't come across on the microphone right now.
I'm ready to go. I'm turned up, Bryce. Woo! Let's go.
So opening tip-off goes to Big Walnut, and Lexi Federer navigating the lane for the opening basket.
Basket by Federer.
That was a good basket by Federer right there. It seemed like there was like a little mishap in the defensive coverage right there. Bryce able to attack early and often. So like Big Walnut's in a press starting forward, and Bishop Watterson has ease of beating the press, but no luck at the end of it.
It was Conway who couldn't come down with the shot. And the tight defense on Mobley leads to the ball out of bounds. Big Walnut will keep it.
As you just see, you know, the Big Walnut's attacking the basket early and often, you know, with that layup right there and try to hit Sydney in the post. I feel like they think they have the advantage in the post right now, but they just turned it over. Right?
So now across midcourt, setting up the defense is Big Walnut. Alabuni from the wing. Now Morrow. Schwartz will dribble it out.
It's like Big Walnut's in a nice man right here, just trying to face him up, try to get a feel for him.
And Morrow was trying to find the backdoor pass, but it's off the leg of a Golden Eagle. No harm, no foul.
Yep. Definitely see like they had like a high and low situation right there on offense for the Watterson Eagles.
Schwartz has it again, driving with the left hand and a tough shot over the defender.
That's a good attack of the basket right there. Penetrate the defense in the middle and hit a nice floater in the middle, Bryce. You're gonna need a lot of that tonight. That's a great sign earlier and often.
Thrapp between two defenders. Shot was too far left, and we'll have a tie up. Possession arrow will stay with Big Walnut. Or Watterson, rather. Getting it to the middle, often the goal of the press break.
Bryce, they are beating this press break really with ease right now. I'm interested to see if Walnut's going to stay in this press break much longer.
It was Schwartz trying to put another one up with their left hand. This one was offline, giving Big Walnut the opportunity to look up the floor. Schwartz closely guarding Largent. She's going to get whistled for that one.
It seems like Watterson right now is trying to front Sydney, trying to deny that entry pass in the post around that post area, Bryce.
First team foul for either side. Largent in rhythm.
Ooh, wow.
From the shooter's pocket.
I think the Skittles at the end of that rainbow, Bryce. That was a great three-point shot.
Conway is stripped by Largent, falling on it. And that's why you hustle, because the possession goes to Big Walnut.
Two early turnovers for Watterson, Bryce. We're kind of underdog, Bryce. We need to play perfect basketball, and so far they really haven't been making the most of each possession.
They find Mobley immediately picking up a double team, leaves Largent wide open, and she makes the most of that opportunity.
That's a great bucket right there by Largent, and Watterson's defense seemed like there's some leaks in it. They had two people open the three in that last possession, Bryce.
Well, I think they're going a double team anytime Sydney Mobley touches the ball, just betting that, you know, their other players can't beat them, but Remy Largent's really making the most of her opportunities. 2 3-pointers back to back.
And that's a great thing when you have a player as good as Sydney sometimes. She takes attention and lets the other star players join.
But she wants in on the action as Sydney Mobley knocks down a 3 from the top of the key, and we have a timeout called.
It's only a matter of time, Bryce, right?
Yeah.
This is a 30-second timeout.
Wow, Bryce. That is amazing sequence of great basketball for Big Walnut. They seem like they're locked in. See if Watterson's able to kind of tune in and catch up real quick.
You kind of get the idea of the game plan for Bishop Watterson. I mean, we saw it defensively right away where Mobley was all alone on the low block, and they didn't pay any attention to what was going on at the three-point line. Immediately double-teaming Sydney Mobley, giving her no room to operate, but I mean, Big Walnut, any player on this team can score the basketball.
Definitely, Bryce. It gave me, I know it sounds kind of crazy, it was giving me like 2008 Orlando Magic vibes of like with Dwight Howard. You know, get the ball to him, they try to clamp down on him, he passes out to some great shooters, and next thing you know, you blink and there's 3 threes that's hit you in your face.
So after the timeout, Thrapp reading the pass, but not being able to pull it in. It's out of bounds. Active defense, though, certainly getting into the heads of Bishop Watterson.
Definitely.
As you see a turnover right there, she throws it away.
Third one of tonight, Bryce. Not a good sign, especially when we're only 4 minutes into the first quarter.
Mobley with steam. Oh, and off the back of the rim and out.
Like the move, Bryce. Just didn't, the ball just didn't get a friendly bounce right there for Mobley.
Schwartz dishes it out. Now the 3 attempt from Conway. Rebound Mobley. Mobley, another 3.
Shot that from the NBA one, too.
Yeah.
Right, that was a deep one.
And so Morrow decided not to try to save the basketball, and the possession stays here.
We're also going to throw off some ladies tonight. That double 3-point line. And kind of threw me off a little bit first and foremost.
And number 42, Kiki Byer.
So Federer will allow the offense to set up. Largent getting by her defender and misses the 3. Looks like the foul's going to go against Thrapp from behind. We'll take another look.
Yeah, it looked like she got a little push right there in the rebound.
Her first, team first.
They flip the floor. As they break the press, the double team is there right away. Largent seizing the opportunity. And Schwartz will try the 3. Too far left, just gets the backboard.
That was a good look, Bryce, right there, especially with the double team. Just wasn't able to come away with their execution. As you see, as soon as City catches the ball, she's immediately double teamed up in initial ball contact.
So Dameron has it now. It'll be Thrapp trying the triple. And a long rebound goes to Watterson, meeting at midcourt. We have a tie-up.
You know, if you're Watterson right there, I think I really like them to kind of maybe try to push the ball a little more. They had the numbers. Seemed like they kind of took their foot off the gas right there and kind of let Big Walnut kind of set up. You know, once again, when you're kind of like a gritty team like that, you kind of have to take every point as you can, and maybe the fast break they might have the advantage, but we'll see as the game unfolds, Bryce.
Annie Hoyt coming onto the floor for Bishop Watterson as they check the ball in. And she'll be the one setting up the offense at the point guard position. Soroka on her.
Big One was just playing some really stout half-court defense. Seems like Watterson at this moment just really doesn't have an answer.
And finally gets the 3 ball going. That puts them within reach.
That has to be big for the momentum, Bryce. Seeing the cap come off the basket right there can be huge for the confidence.
Going with, looks like a 2-3 zone, which Largent takes it straight into the heart of. She tries to save it, misses the defender, and throws it right into the hands of Watterson. Now up the floor, it'll be Byer. And a foul on the floor going against Big Walnut.
I think that's great execution, Bryce. Like we said earlier, them running the fast break might be one of the best things. And that was the closest thing to do. I executed perfect 3-man weave or 3-woman weave in this case. And that was a great way to pick up with a foul. But those little things like that, Bryce, can play huge dividends for a game like this for Watterson.
Flip to the wing. Mobley comes away with the rebound, and the foul is going to go against Watterson. Looks like Sparks, to be exact.
It looked like she's got her on the push right there, trying to reach over the back of Federer right there. Great box out by Federer.
So Largent takes the ball up the floor, and they set up the offense. Once again, looking at a 2-3 zone. Bit of a looping pass to Soroka. Gets through, though. Federer can't get started.
I love the execution, though. And when you have a 2-3 zone like that, you want to hit him glide motion, and that was a great look. Just wasn't able to knock it down right there, but I definitely think they'll go back to that one.
So Mobley coming away with the steal. They feed her inside, turning around, puts it up right off the fingertips. It's no good.
Interesting, Bryce. As soon as Mobley called it near the basket, once again, double team, trying to make her as uncomfortable as possible.
They find Hoyt, Mobley on her. Passing it away, it'll be Schwartz attacking. Dameron's defense was good. Rebound, Big Walnut. Soroka, deep three. I think a good shot for her. Dameron on the back door. Good heads up play to recognize who had possession.
That was a great second chance effort by Mobley, and even great pass and great fish by the Walnuts right there, Bryce. Doing everything he can, doing everything right now, especially in his first quarter.
Back up to the top of the key, Alabouni has it. Schwartz picked the ball up, looking like she was gonna shoot. 30 on the clock. Mary throws it away. Up the floor, Mobley has two red jerseys in front of her. Takes it to the basket, and an offensive foul goes against Mobley.
Wow, Watterson's fired up after that one, Bryce. You definitely can tell that this is one of their main points of emphasis right here. Do not let Mobley get started. That might be the jolt that they might need, Bryce.
We'll take another look here. Not convinced about that one.
Yeah, it was a little iffy, but you know, you need a little luck here in the playoffs. But once again, that could be the nighter for them.
Thrapp almost coming up with the ball. They find in the corner, it's Murray. Ball still up for grabs, and it's Byer who comes away with it and puts it through.
That's a great effort by Byer right there. Staying home, not quitting on the play.
And so that will end the first quarter. The shot will not count. Big Walnut leading this one 13-9 over Bishop Watterson. Stay with us.
MVU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
My only regret is that I didn't look at MVU Online sooner.
We got a close game here for you in the Taft Coliseum. Big Walnut leading this one 13-9 after the first quarter. Mobley from 15 feet tries the mid-range jumper. Just had too much on most of her shots tonight.
Oh, Bryce, nice steal.
Federer comes away with it. On the ground, and the whistle blows for the jump ball.
Jump ball, possession to Watterson.
So Watterson lining up in the press break. Alabouni picks up the ball. To the middle, moving the ball nicely.
Yeah, Bryce.
Not much room to operate against Mobley, and last touch will go against Stanton.
Watterson wants to have a shot in this game. They need to cut down their turnovers, Bryce. They're at 6 right now, and those are possessions you need, right? We know how good Big Walnut can be, and giving them more possessions is never a recipe for success.
Well, I mean, if you turn half of those turnovers into just 2-point baskets, you're winning this basketball game.
100%, Bryce, 100%. They need to tighten the ship up as good as well as they have been playing. They need to be great if they want to win today.
Foul is on Bishop Watterson, number 3, Gigi Cotter, her first, team first.
So Riley Thrapp will line up to shoot 2. Pretty good free throw shooter. And holds true to that with the first.
You know, Bryce, when I first saw her play, I thought she was a junior, maybe a senior. I didn't know she was just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Future's bright for the Golden Eagles. You know, she's a great player, scrappy. I can see her just growing more and more, and she's in the program.
It's always amazing. One of the smaller players on the floor, but one of the leaders on this team in rebounds.
Definitely.
And a timeout going to be called.
Session to Big Walnut.
Oh, no. Sorry, that one just going out of bounds.
Entering for Bishop Watterson, number 2, Annie Hoyt.
The coach made a movement on the sideline. Looks like he was just fishing down a player. I thought he was calling the timeout.
I did too for a minute, Bryce. Oh, that's beautiful. That's great basketball right there.
Ball never even touched the ground in that exchange.
Wow. They're going to put that one in the Hall of Fame. I'm serious. That's his definition of good basketball right there. Big Walnut's defense just tenacious right now.
Morrow trying to find the center, but Mobley was active enough, and the last touch goes against Watterson. The frustration starting to mount a bit.
Timeout, Bishop Watterson.
Definitely. I can definitely see the coach trying to take a little timeout, take a step back. Hey, guys, we got 7 turnovers. We're just under 7 minutes in the second quarter.
We'll take a quick minute to thank all of our sponsors. NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Sunbury Christian Church, call 740-965-2630 to get your child enrolled in preschool. Registration for the fall is now open. That's 740-965-2630. TMS Plus Digital Marketing for local business. Koorsen Fire and Security, mention OH.REPORT to receive 10% off your fire and security services. Central Star Home Health, when you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. And Mount Vernon Nazarene University. For over 30 years, Mount Vernon Nazarene University has been proving that online education can deliver on its promises. Our programs help students discover purpose while building careers that actually matter. See what's possible at the link in the description. So checking back in after the timeout, 6:20 and ticking here in the second quarter. Big Walnut holding on to a lead that's expanded since the first quarter. Thrapp with the Euro step move, hits the deck. And she'll be called for the foul. Unfortunate as the ball handler turned the body as soon as she was reaching for the steal.
Yeah. Once again, Bryce, you know, they're having a lot of success breaking this press and everything of that nature, but interesting to see what's going to be maybe the adjustments after that timeout on the offensive side. Once again, like a lot of just sometimes little careless turnovers, right? And a team you don't want, as this lead's kind of expanding for Big Walnut, they don't have any type of shot, you know, they're going to have to tighten it up and put some points on the board here soon.
So it'll be Schwartz taking the ball up, picks up the dribble at the three-point line, fishing it out to Morrow. Morrow continuing to attack, a few hesitation dribbles, but she picks it up. We will have a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, foul on Big Walnut on the arm.
Number 12, Remy Largent, her first.
And you know, Bryce, as a Big Walnut, you don't like to see that call, right? You play great defense. You kind of just bailed them out right there. Interesting to see, you know, if they're going to tighten it up a little bit. Oh.
The active hands of Largent knocked it away. Hoyt, only a sophomore, but has played very composed so far. Hoyt will try it off the top of the backboard. And will go the way of Big Walnut. Nobody getting to that one.
And that was a tough possession right there for Watterson. You know, they just really couldn't find an answer. Tried to attack the paint, you know, kind of got double team, tried to shoot the three. Didn't have success there. What kind of goes to illustrates how difficult this Big Walnut's half-court defense can be sometimes, Bryce.
Mobley tried to make 3 consecutive threes, was unlucky that time. Hoyt has Dameron. Now Federer, the sophomore, going against the senior. Slipping between the defenders, it's Murray, and the mid-range jumper puts him into double digits.
That was a nice J right there, Bryce. That was a really good J, and they needed it because they were in a little bit of a drought right there. But nonetheless, good bucket. Let's see what they're going to do on the defensive side.
Soroka was knocked away, but she held on to it. Federer working off the screen of Mobley. And with the space, she tries the jumper from the free throw line, knocks off the front of the rim and into the hands of Watterson. Hoyt finding Schwartz high. Crossing up Largent. 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Rolling off of the screen, Conway gets it inside, but throw it back out to Hoyt. Trying to make the most of this possession.
Right, so trying to be methodical, trying to find the best answer to try to attack this defense, but as constricting as this Big Walnut defense is, there's just no answers for them at this moment.
And a travel. So it coming to nothing, but for Big Walnut, that's a great defensive possession, holding strong, and after almost a minute off the clock, you're able to get the turnover.
Definitely. He's tried so many ways, tried to skin that cat, Bryce, but he just could not figure out of the ways. Their defense just made them so uncomfortable, Bryce. They're making turnovers, they're traveling the ball. Basically almost getting bailed out on double teams. Oh, wow.
Federer with the stutter step in the drive.
That was a great attack to the cup by Federer right there, Bryce. These Big Walnut Golden Eagles have been finding the basket with ease.
Defense guarding high up, just a straight man-to-man. Favoring the ball pressure as opposed to the cross-court pressure. Mobley pulls it down on the steal. Soroka one-on-one with Hoyt, turning around off the jump stop. She's way off the mark. Mobley pulling up and gets that one to fall.
Great second chance effort by the Golden Eagles right there, Bryce. Watterson needs to find an answer here soon, especially as they're going to the half. I would love to see them cut this lead in half, but the way the Big Walnut's defense is playing, that's going to be pretty tough.
Stout defense by Largent. Schwartz couldn't get it to drop for her, and over the back as Hoyt was just a step too late trying to save it.
Number 21, Alexa Morris. Entering for Bishop Watterson, number 5, Samantha.
Couple of substitutions for both sides. Morris checking back in, as well as Samantha Alabuni. Largent pump fake, steps to her left, tries the deep three, off the mark. She'll try it again.
Good pass.
There it is.
Basket by Largent.
That's a great basket right there. Once again, a second chance effort, Bryce. Mobley was able to find the three-1 man, and knocked it home. I knew I should have brought my umbrella tonight, Bryce. Well, you know what to say. The weatherman's always wrong.
Yeah. Almost getting away from Schwartz, but Federer finishes the job on the steal.
She took her cookies, Bryce.
Now taking it to the basket, the right hand. It's too much mustard on it as they try to save it. It was off of Watterson, but not before it went out of bounds.
Bryce, that's 10 turnovers to Big Walnut's 1 of the game so far.
Wow. And another turnover. Flipping the floor, Largent. Catching it from high up, out of rhythm.
Oh,
but Mobley will get the three-point play.
Mobley shooting at the line, shooting 1.
That was a great way to follow through for Mobley.
Fouls on Bishop
Make it look so
Watterson,
easy that my grandma can do it.
Adams for first, team second.
Wow. Once again, Bryce, you know, but you're giving Big Walnut more opportunities, and once more opportunities can occur, these things happen, and it's usually a recipe for success for Big Walnut, for failure for the other teams, right?
And this is another example of one of those games where you look down, you do your job, and suddenly you look up and Big Walnut's leading by 15. Remind you that this game was only separated by 4 points at the end of the first quarter.
Definitely, Bryce. It seems like they hopped in the driver's seat, looked and hit the gas, and they're not even looking in the rearview mirror right now. And, you know, Watterson's kind of looking a little bit dazed and confused at the moment, Bryce. He kind of figured out what just hit us.
So just a minute remaining here in the first half. Once again, dribbling straight into the heart of the press. Seems like they can't get 3 dribbles off without something being knocked away. Hey. Dameron on her and able to get a hand on it, deflecting it out of bounds.
The word I'm just thinking about for this defense, Bryce, is tenacious. Annoying, right?
Yeah.
The guys, not letting them get comfortable, not letting them get in the groove. That's why I said sometimes I think like they need to get that kind of fast break going for them, but another turnover for Watterson. But once again, the reason I said that is because Big Walnut's half-court defense is just so stout. It's like you're kind of running into a brick wall over and over and over again.
And when you're facing a full-court press like that, once you actually do get the ball across half-court, when you're playing against a team like this, you're kind of like, well, what do I do with it now?
Definitely. You're tired from breaking the press, and then once you're trying to run your offense, you're huffing and puffing, and they're not letting anything go by. This Big Walnut's defense takes no prisoners.
Setting up the offense for the final shot. That's the way it looks. Federer will be fouled. It's the 4th team foul for Watterson, so no free throws just yet.
Her first, team 4th.
So 7.2 remaining in the half, a 16-point lead for Big Walnut. Federer is fouled, so she will be shooting free throws.
Bryce, I'm not a big fan of that foul right there. You know, I think they should kind of try to lean on their defense a little bit more, try to get into half. But now you're kind of, you know, Federer is a great free throw shooter, kind of guaranteeing at least 2 more points for Big Walnut. And unless they have a 3.4 great play to get the ball over half court, even though that, yeah, I would say it kind of paid out right here, right now. But
And well, I think for me, you know, even if she doesn't make either of these free throws and you get the ball back and you do score on the other end, the 3.4, I don't think there's much of a difference between 27 to 11, 27 to 13 going in the locker room.
yeah, but Bryce, it's all about your confidence and.
Alabuni almost striking that confidence, but it doesn't fall. So at the end of the first half, Big Walnut leading this one 27 to 11 over Bishop Watterson. Stay with us for the halftime show and second half action coming up.
Feel like I should go.
After high school, kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU online student portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
27-11 at the end of one quarter. Only 4 points separated the two teams, but this one is broken wide open, much on the back of the three-pointers, but the interior starting to fall as well. Sydney Mobley getting started. Probably the story of the first half, however. Remy Largent with her three-pointers, currently 3 for 5 on the game. As we take a look at our halftime stats. And Watterson with 12 twos, 1 three-pointer, 12 rebounds, as well as 12 turnovers, 8 fouls, and no free throws. Big Walnut with 6 two-pointers, 4 three-pointers, 9 rebounds, 1 turnover, 4 fouls, and 4 free throws. So defensively for Big Walnut, the press has been absolutely stellar for them as they've locked down all available passing lanes and created those 12 turnovers almost entirely in the backcourt. For Watterson going into the half, they're going to have to figure out where they're going wrong and particularly how they're going to get the ball to the middle so they can distribute the ball across midcourt. And of course, what you're going to do once you get the ball across midcourt, once you've been tired out from the battle of the Big Walnut defense. Not all hope is lost, though, despite the slow second quarter. Only scoring 2 points in the second quarter. Still a whole lot of basketball left to be played here in the second half. Getting a look at the shoot around of both teams, and Big Walnut with all those three-pointers. It was Federer adding the other three-pointer as well. But also making those free throw opportunities count, especially on those and one opportunities. So just under a minute remaining here in the NAMI Ohio halftime show. We should have a good second half for you coming up. Several adjustments needing to be made, but also for Big Walnut, potentially trying something new, getting something on film that no one's really seen before, just to create a little bit more deception later on in the tournament. So the hustle out of the huddle as we flip sides and get ready to begin the second half.
Bryce, I'm interested to see what's going to be kind of the story for both teams, right? Big Walnut, you want to go, just keep on running, keep cruising to the sunset for today. Watterson, you know, is this kind of how you want the story at the end? Are they going to try to do something to reignite their offense, reignite their defense? So they're going to a zone right here. Start off the second half.
Mobley off the touch pass. Pulling up for the floater is Schwartz. Last touch was off of Mobley as she tried to pull it in, but instead she knocked it away.
Last touch by Big Walnut. Possession remains.
I like the look, Bryce, or the floater. Just the execution is what just wasn't there. You know, defense kind of intimidated that shot. But I love the confidence coming out the half, Bryce.
So Alabouni has Federer on her. They move it to the other side of the floor. Looks like Morrow thinks about the baseline before she pulls it back out. Alabouni picks up the dribble. They continue to look. These first few possessions of the second half for Bishop Watterson are going to be essential.
Bryce, they didn't want to get anything going and then come back. They're going to have to be perfect. So far, it seems like just cannot find any space to penetrate, cut to the basket, even find a good look on her jump shot.
Down to the corner is Conway. Conway dribbles to her left. Morrow on the spin move, Thrapp back in time defensively. Now Schwartz going straight into two white jerseys. She heaves it up and it's no good.
And that's just, once again, textbook defense right there, Bryce, for Big Walnut. That was just a desperation throw. There really was no answer. Oh, wow.
Schwartz stealing it away, and she's on the break. Federer able to put a little bit of shoulder into it and knocked her away from the ball, but the last touch will be off of Federer. Yeah, just trying to cut her off to the position.
Let's see if they can generate any type of maybe an easy bucket here in this inbound play.
So they had a long first possession of the half. Looking to get any sort of points back as they look at an 18-point deficit. There's some room for Conway, and she makes the most of it on the mid-range jumper.
You can see like the relief on the sideline, Bryce, you know. Once again, like they're just trying to find an answer. Just haven't been able to get into a groove on offense. Wow. There was 3 people around the city when she caught that ball.
So much attention paid to Mobley. It freed up the offense, and Thrapp was able to penetrate and put the ball up for 2. Alabuni will try a deep 3-ball. So as it sails out of bounds, Big Walnut will start again.
You know, once again, Watterson's just trying to find anything that could work. Throwing the kitchen sink basically at the basket right now.
And off of the screen, it looks like the defender got a bit too close and forces the foul.
Number 4, Brianna Conway, her first, team first.
Yeah, Bryce, she just didn't have her feet set right there.
The scoop pass to Federer. Largent just trying to get rid of it as it was way out of reach for her. Attacking the basket, shooting almost behind her was Conway, and the offensive rebound gives them another basket.
It's so unfair for Big Walnut because you can tell Watterson wants to run in the fast break, but it's hard to run the fast break when Big Walnut's always scoring, right?
Right. And another basket for Watterson as they have cut this lead down to 15.
Let's see these couple baskets. Still a little more confidence, momentum on their side. Oh my goodness, Bryce. Oh!
And Largent's 3 is good!
Jeez Louise, man. I should have gave her my car keys, man. She got that from the parking lot, Bryce.
So after the Largent triple, able to gain back a little bit more of that lead as it's now at 18.
I wonder if she has a late cousin that's the name of Stephen Curry, because that was his range. That was a couple feet behind the NBA line, dude. That was big.
So an offensive rebound, and the foul goes against Largent. Much to her dismay.
Fouls on Big Walnut, number 12, Remy Largent, her second, team first.
You hear the crowd reaction to that, Bryce. You know, they wanted to charge, but I think that was the right call. I think her feet was moving.
They'll try the 3. We'll see. Yeah, they do rule it a 3-ball there. It was close.
Watterson answer right back with their own 3-ball, Bryce. Oh, wow.
What a move by Thrapp. And it seems like every step that Watterson takes forward, Big Walnut's able to get it back right away.
Oh, wow.
Morris recognizing the pass on the steal, pulls up, Largent with the left hand, it's good.
It's a great way to get in the passing lane right there, Bryce. To find your teammate, textbook buddy basketball right there. That's, like you said, Uncle Mo's definitely on Big Walnut's side. That's Watterson to 3.
Watterson refusing to go down. This one was Maddie Stanton with the triple. Morris makes the extra pass. Thrapp takes it up from the block, gets her own miss. And they will blow her for the travel.
I know she has had travel, Bryce, but this is why I love Thrapp as a player. She's just so tenacious, right? She's one of the smaller guys on the court. She's getting the post. She wants that challenge, and that's just amazing, you know. Especially as a young player, able to, one, command the ball and to had a couple good moves to get a couple baskets. You know, that one didn't go her way, but
I think there are certain players that just kind of, when they're playing well, it looks like they're playing mad. You know what I mean? Just so tenaciously going after the basketball, putting their head down, and she's certainly one of them.
Definitely. Oh, wow.
A rejection by Largent starts the break. Thrapp off of 2 steps in the right hand, puts him over 40 points.
You feel the big one, that surge coming, Bryce.
It'll be Stanton trying it again. This time can't get it to drop. Looked like it was a player slow to get up, but recovered. Oh, Largent almost got her 19th point of the night with that 3 ball.
They're feeling it. Oh.
So as the whistle blows, it'll be against Soroka.
Second. Entering for Watterson, number 42, Kiki Barr. Entering for Bishop Watterson, number 34, Giovanna Schwartz. And for Big Walnut, number 3, Kate Haley.
So a couple of substitutions. Looks like Largent coming off the floor. 90 seconds remain here in the 3rd quarter.
I wonder if they had a bucket of water for her on the sideline, Bryce, because she was on fire for this 3rd quarter.
Haley almost forcing the turnover. Trying the 3 ball now is Morrow, and Watterson starting to heat up. Mobley picks up a triple team, and they're gonna whistle her for the travel.
And that has to feel like a win if you're Watterson right there, Bryce. See like they're finally getting into more of an offensive groove. Trying to figure it out on defense. Got a turnover.
Schwartz able to hold on to it after getting stripped, and across midcourt, 45 remaining in the quarter. Moving the ball, Cotter is inside, and Cotter will travel. Must have been the point of emphasis this week.
The sound that's going through my mind right now is like the Flintstones, and as but yeah, it seems like they're maybe the emphasis over halftime was taking an extra step, taking a step beyond, but maybe they're taking it in the literal sense, Bryce.
Make sure that ball is on the floor first. Oh, crossing up the defender.
Tied her shoes for her, Bryce.
Yeah, we'll take another look at that one.
Goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness.
Thing was on a string.
Mm-hmm. You love the tenacity on defense, but
Mobley can't take it down. She's lining up to contest the shot. She'll pick up the foul. I believe that's only her 2nd. We'll take another look. Certainly see it there.
Yeah.
Stella Morrow at the line, shooting 2.
Bangs around and out.
Gotta hit those, Bryce. They're called free for a reason.
Got the lead to 14. And there it is. Looked like Soroka might have thought about it there for a second.
You know, the way Big One's shooting from beyond the arc, Bryce, I wouldn't blame her.
And we'll have a foul defensively.
Her first
So just 5 seconds remain here in the third quarter, likely holding for the last shot as time continues to tick. Mobley turns around and a desperation heave is out. So 3 quarters are in the books and Big Walnut leading this one 41-27, a 14-point lead. Stay with us for fourth quarter action coming up next.
Feel like I should feel.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Just 8 minutes remain here in the district semifinal as we are nearing a turnover to open. Largent falls on top. Possession arrow goes the way of Big Walnut. So just 10 seconds before the ball changes ways.
Jump ball, possession 2, Big Walnut.
Star of the night has been Remy Largent with 16 points on 4 3-pointers.
Right, she has a dead eye today. Has been, oh wow, great pass.
Basket by Mobley.
Mobley weaving through traffic and over her shoulder, gets it to drop. Sensing the defense at the logo.
Definitely see like the spacing from Watterson is just not there at the moment.
Well, I think when the defense is so close and you have to pick up your dribble, it almost forces that other people have to come to the defense of the ball handler.
Definitely, definitely.
A minute away here in the fourth. Morrow from the high post. This time it'll be Conway and well off the mark and out of bounds.
That's a deep three, Bryce. That was a deep three. She need a little more mustard, right?
So working off of the screen is Largent. Rare off-ball screen for Big Walnut.
Definitely.
Recognizing so well that Thrapp was there and making the pass, but Mobley's going to pick up the foul as she flies into the lane in search of the rebound.
In that last possession, Bryce, Watterson went back to their man, said in the third quarter they were playing zone. Interesting to see they're going to continue with that adjustment going on. Especially I know as they get into crunch time, can't really sit in the zone. It would be a little more aggressive, but interesting to see how Big Walnut is going to respond to that.
Thrapp trying to make the steal, but Schwartz sensed it nicely. Stanton stripped. Morris on the steal. Federer stepping up into the defense on the drive and heaving it up. She'll be fouled going to the free throw line for 2. 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth.
That was a good take by Federer right there. Able to weave in and out of 3 defenders from Watterson to get to the basket.
not bothered on the first. And an 18-point lead for Big Walnut.
Seems like the crowd's definitely getting into it, Bryce.
And the Big Walnut boys basketball team is, looks like the only people over in the student section.
Always good to see both programs support each other, Bryce.
Finding the other side of the backboard. A Big Walnut rebound. Federer turning around, looking to the baseline for Thrapp. Thrapp.
Oh, good touch and go, Bryce.
Floating in air to get the extra little oomph.
Yes.
Down to the corner, trying the three, and they found it. So not a 20-point lead for long as the three ball brings them under that threshold.
You know, in the Watterson, they had a big challenge against them, and this will give Koorsen for just keep fighting the whole way. Oh, wow.
Great turnaround effort.
Thrapp is feeling it tonight, Bryce.
You got a little bit of a look. Sydney Mobley on the sideline getting wrapped up on the arm, maybe a little bit of blood after the fall. And another rejection by Largent. This one stays alive. Morris on the steal. 2-on-1 on the fast break. Makes the pass to Thrapp, stepping behind the defense and lays it in for two. And a timeout called by Bishop Watterson to stop the bleeding.
Turn up the music, Bryce. They are feeling it.
So we will take a quick opportunity to thank all of our sponsors here in the fourth quarter with 4:09 remaining. NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Sunbury Christian Church, call 740-965-2630 to get your child enrolled in preschool. Registration for the fall is now open, 740-965-2630. TMS Plus Digital Marketing for local businesses. Koorsen Fire and Security, mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. Central Star Home Health, when you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. And the Mount Vernon Nazarene University. For over 20 years, Mount Vernon Nazarene University has been proving that online education can deliver on its promises. Our programs help students discover purpose while building careers that actually matter. See what's possible at the link in the description. So what was a narrow lead at the end of the first quarter, Big Walnut was leading 13-9, only 4 points, has now opened up quite a bit. Now a 21-point lead as they lead 51-30, 4:09 remaining, and I think this one starting to put the nails in the coffin.
Yeah, Bryce, you know, there's a larger lady, and she's up back, and she's not singing, but she's humming, right?
Yeah. She's got the pitch pipe out, yeah.
Got the pitch pipe. She's warming up, right? But nonetheless, we've seen crazier things happen on the hardwood, especially this stadium, so who knows what can happen.
Ripping it away from the defenders and working it behind. The mid-range jumper drops. Federer crossing between the legs. Now Largent finds Thrapp. Thrapp tries the deep three ball and it clanks out.
You know, she's had a great third quarter. That was a little bit of heat check right there, Bryce.
Trapped up high. Morris almost came up with another steal. They were looking towards the baseline to Beyer. Looks like defensive foul as she tried to impede Largent.
Number 5, Samantha Alabani, her first, team second. Entering for Big Walnut, number 14, Sydney Mobley.
Sydney Mobley coming onto the floor in the final 3:21 of the quarter.
Watterson, number Number 12, Christina Alabani. Number 21, Erin Bury. And number 44, Laura Adams.
And a travel by Federer. Looks like maybe took a step with the left foot. Yeah, she got tied up. Alabuni makes the bounce pass to Stanton. It was Dameron that knocked it out of bounds. Works the ball into the corner, flips it to the top of the key. Looking to the back door. They were trying to find Alabuni, but Mobley got a hand on it. Thrapp, it's in front of her, jumps up on the block, has 3 defenders on her, and still gets it up. The shot doesn't fall, but she does get 2 free throws.
That's a great effort by Thrapp. She kind of got away with a little push off right there, but nonetheless, she's able to still get the foul and get some free throws right here. But she's been on fire. I feel like everybody on the Big Walnut side has been on fire today, right?
Riley Thrapp at the line with 1 shot remaining.
So Thrapp puts the lead back at 20. Now a chance to make it 21. An offensive rebound off of the missed free throw. Just running the weave at the top of the key, now down into the corner. And the defender whistled for the foul. Just goes to show how hard it is to guard Remy Largent. She's picked up so many of those fouls just dribbling the ball around.
She reminds me like a nice little James Harden, right? Just dribbling, and she has a nice ball handling, Bryce. It's hard to stay in front of her. It's like you're on skates, on ice.
Largent on the floater, no good. That one rolls around for Mobley and goes.
They want us in that press, really kind of constricting Watterson for these last really 2 minutes, Bryce. Not letting anything easy.
Ball slowed down considerably as we enter the final 2 minutes of the game. The jump ball will cause it to stay here.
Jump ball, possession to Watterson.
It's been the story all night long, but Largent up in the grill of the guard.
Playing lights out defense, Bryce.
Alabuni off the screen, dribbles the ball off of her foot, and Mobley holds on to it. The jump ball will go to Big Walnut.
Jump ball, possession to Big Walnut.
Minute 40 remaining. Federer makes the pass to Mobley, who steps inside, sealing off the defender.
Basket by Mobley.
That was a great bucket by Mobley, too.
And another jump ball as Dameron falls on it.
Jump ball, possession to Bishop Watterson. Entering for Big Walnut.
1:13 remain in the game, and I think just about all is said and done.
Yeah, the only thing we have to do is end this bad boy, right?
Yeah. Of course, be sure to stay with us for our MVP interview and the post-game show. Under a minute. Off the legs of Maury.
Oh.
And a foul from behind. That may be intentional as the officials converge.
like it's just a regular push.
It is.
Bishop Watterson, number 23.
They are in the bonus, so shooting 2 free throws regardless.
Big Walnut in the double bonus.
Take another look, and it looks a little bit more like a tie-up on second glance.
Yeah, just a kind of an awkward basketball play, right?
Number 3, Kate Haley, and number 11, Brooke Setmeyer.
And that free throw is good. Alabuni to her right. Soroka interface, the senior on senior. And finding her way through the defense is Christina Alabuni.
That was good basketball, Alabuni, Bryce.
Under 30 seconds remain, and Haley's gonna try a 3. Wow.
Wow, talking about rubbing some salt in the wound, right?
Yeah. So 60 to 34 with less than 10. Looks like an offensive rebound will stay alive with 3.6. Big Walnut will take it and likely just dribble it out in the backcourt. And just like that, this ball game is over. Big Walnut winning 60 to 34 after 4 quarters of play. Stay with us for the MVP interview and the post-game show coming up next.
Feel like I should feel like I
After high school, kept hitting my head on that proverbial glass ceiling because I didn't have a degree.
I started working right away, and I really wanted to get into leadership, but I kept getting passed up because I didn't have the formal training they were looking for.
Through volunteering and substitute teaching, I discovered a real passion that I knew I wanted to pursue.
MVNU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
The MVNU online student portal is so easy. I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVNU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
It almost seemed like opportunities were coming to me as opposed to me having to search for them. My only regret is that I didn't look at MVNU Online sooner.
It was really the final piece for my career to take off.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Josie Sawaka. Brooke Setmeyer. Remy Largent. Sydney Mobley. Josie Bowman. Alexa Morris. Shelby Damron. And Riley Thrapp. Assistant coach Rachel Berry. Assistant coach Aaron Bone. Assistant coach David Oakley. Assistant coach Lauren Smith. And head coach Carrie Largent. Will the captains for Big Walnut please come forward for the presentation of the team trophy? Congratulations to the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. They now advance to the Region 7 regional semifinals at Ridgedale High School on Tuesday, March 3rd at 8 p.m. A big round of applause for your district champions, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles.
MVU Online was really the perfect fit for me.
The coursework is separated into 6-week classes, and you know when everything is going to be due on day 1.
I can do my schoolwork in the evenings or even just pull it up on my phone when I'm in between tasks.
My degree from MVU Online not only gave me the qualifications I needed, but more importantly, the confidence I was looking for.
My only regret is that I didn't look at MVU Online sooner.
Hanging out with Remy Largent, 16 points, 4 3-pointers today. First and foremost, how you feeling right now?
Pretty good. It's back-to-back districts, so it's pretty cool and excited for our program.
Remy, I hope on the sidelines they had a bucket of water for you because you were on fire from 3. So tell me, what was kind of the mindset? Were you kind of feeling the warm-ups? Like, what was going on?
Well, actually, my coach, Lauren, our assistant coach, she was like, I just feel like you're going to have a good shooting game today. And so, you know, I trusted that, and, yeah, I shot well.
You shot the lights out. I'm surprised you still got some light right here. Remy, you know, before we kind of talked on the camera, you say, this is cool, this is nice, but you kind of told me, like, this is not where we wanted to go here. So tell me, what's the mindset kind of going to practice and the team mindset going forward as you guys got this huge win for districts?
Yeah, you know, we lost last year in the Final Four, so I think since preseason, like, our goal has been to get back there and win. In practices, we've been focused, locked in, and, you know, we don't want to lose, especially with our seniors. So, yeah, we're just really locked in.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys are locked in. You guys get to play basketball in March is always a plus, especially you're in high school. So kind of as you guys preparing, getting in practice, what's kind of going to be the mantra? What's going to be the mindset for you guys as you guys are locking in for your next opponent?
You know, just pressure. Like our press spread is really good, and then, you know, transition buckets are always the key. And then obviously playing as a team, like everyone scores, everyone does their job.
That's what I love about you guys. You guys have a real great sisterhood. You guys know how to get everybody's spreading the wealth. So 2 more questions, I'll let you go. First and foremost, you had an amazing game, both sides of the ball. Are there any shout-outs you want to give tonight?
I want to shout out my coach, my mom, Carrie Largent. You know, she's a great coach, and I love her.
Of course. And as you're feasting tonight on the hardwood from Bishop Watterson, what you going to eat tonight to refill yourself to get back in that mindset?
You know, I think they were talking about some team pizza, so I think we have some pizza in the locker room waiting for us, and there's good ice cream here, so ice cream.
All right, before I let you go, one more. I know I lied. What's your pizza toppings? What are you going to give your pizza if you could?
I'm kind of basic. I like cheese, but if I could get, actually, I like Hawaiian pizza, pineapple.
Interesting. Got pineapple on pizza type of take. All right, well, I'm Joshua, hanging out with Remy. It was great talking to you, and we'll see you next week. Good luck.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Watterson district champions here. Josh was down on the court, talked to the players, and you got a sense of that excitement.
Yeah, there's a little bit of excitement, Bryce. It wasn't too much because they weren't satisfied where they're at, Bryce. And that's what we love about this team. They're determined. They're locked in, and they're still hungry. That was just an appetizer, I feel like, for them. And they now trying to get to the main course of this playoffs. And the excitement is good, but I would probably say more locked in than anything, Bryce, down there. And that's just electric to see, especially at this level.
Like Kobe's job's not done.
Job's not far from it. Far from it. Even when I was talking to Remy, she said, you know, I was like, how you feel? You feeling good? Just won a district championship. She was like, it's okay, right? The Eagles said, she said we got knocked out in the Final Four, but our eyes are on stakes right now. And as you can see, they're taking it one game at a time, and they're happy today, but I know they're ready to get back to it in the gym and just happy to play with their ladies in March, right? That's the biggest thing.
We'll take a look at the stats after 4 quarters, and for Bishop Watterson, 8 twos, 5 threes, 22 rebounds, 20 turnovers, 13 fouls, 3 free throws. Big Walnut with 18 field goals, 6 threes, 31 rebounds, 6 turnovers, 9 fouls, and 6 free throws. So not only the turnovers, but also the rebounds as well, going in the favor of Big Walnut. And you get a sense that if Watterson had gotten about half of those turnover possessions back and was able to make points out of them, this would have been a whole different ball game.
Definitely, Bryce. Watterson played a great game, but it's just hard to win a basketball game when the turnover differential is that big, right? It was kind of a David Goliath type of game for them, and they didn't do themselves any favors. But once again, kudos to them. They played as hard as they can, and kudos to Big Walnut for making it uncomfortable, so they made those turnovers, right? You can't really replicate that stuff in the gym when you kind of see it in live, and when they kind of saw it live, they kind of looked like deer in headlights a little bit. But kudos to them, great season nonetheless, and I hope they have a lot of young players that have some experience. They'll be back.
Taking a look at the scoring breakdown by quarter, and it was close after the first quarter. Only 4 points separated the two teams, but the second quarter is where it made all the difference. Big Walnut taking the lead. The third quarter, Watterson fighting back a little bit, but eventually in the fourth, that's where even more of the lead was stacked on.
Yeah, Bryce. They had a great third quarter, hit a lot of great threes, but the Big Walnut avalanche just come roaring down, and Watterson just didn't have an answer.
So rounding us out here, I'm Bryce Coder, your play-by-play commentator and director for the evening. We'll take one more opportunity to thank all of our sponsors, support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. I'd like to thank NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Sunbury Christian Church, call 740-965-2630 to get your child enrolled in preschool. Registration for the fall is now open. TMS Plus Digital Marketing for local businesses. Koorsen Fire and Security, mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. Central Star Home Health, when you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Mount Vernon Nazarene University, for over 30 years, Mount Vernon Nazarene University has been proving that online education can deliver on its promises. Our programs help students discover purpose while building careers that actually matter. See what's possible at the link in the description. I'd like to thank everyone watching at home. I'd also like to thank Joshua Anderson on color commentary, as well as Brody Eckelbarger over on the camera. For all those watching at home, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great rest of your night.